Every trend has a story. Sometimes it's superficial. Someone did something and everyone followed. But usually, it's much deeper than that. There is never a simple explanation for why we like things. Also, everything has a meaning. So, restock with me. Chapter 1. A couple months ago, I saw this article in Vanity Fair. Barbra Streisand is willing to rebuild her underground mall if Trump wins again? An underground mall that she is willing to rebuild? I had to know more. The story behind the mall goes like this. Barbra Streisand, who over the years of her long Hollywood career accumulated something around $915 million, has a mall in the basement of her Malibu house. Basically, it's her antiques collection, distributed over several stores which, put together, form a small underground mall. There's a sweet shop, a gift shop, and even benches for shoppers to sit on. You can't buy anything, obviously, but you can look and enjoy and feel like you are in an actual mall.
But it's not really a mall.
No, it's a little tiny mall, if you want to say.
She could have called it a collector's cave, an antiques museum, a creepy doll dungeon, but she went with the mall. Why the mall? Maybe it means nothing. After all, she is crazy rich, and rich people do act eccentric, and I could have left it at that. But in March 2022, Khloe Kardashian showed the world her new pantry.
I took a garage to do this.
Babe, are you proud? You got it,
I'm really proud. I'm just so happy.
You guys, this is amazing.
Oh my goodness! I can't even deal.
My God.
Oh my God.
I've never seen anything like that. It's not your babushka's pantry, more like Mormon cold storage kind of thing. But it's not a storage, and it's not a pantry. It's something else, something new. Everything has its place. The first row is meant for boxed goods. Canned foods can be found above, always the same side up. Sauces at the third. The fourth row is spacious, reserved for bulk items. Spaghetti, quinoa, breadcrumbs, and Italian breadcrumbs. But apart from the variety of breadcrumbs, these are not high-end foods. Not something you can picture the Kardashians eat. Barilla, Uncle Ben's, Lay's, Jif peanut butter. There is also not much you can cook with. No flour, no spices, no baking soda. To be fair, we are never shown the full size of the place. Maybe the spices are out there. Maybe the shelves stretch to infinity and she restocks and restocks, sending more and more Barilla further onto distant shelves, different rows. But why does Khloe need a place like that? Why stock Barilla and arrange it so beautifully?
Now I have 2 Oreo jars.
Storing provision is not the main purpose of this room. Here, products are meant to be observed, looked at. Like I said, this is not a pantry. It's a supermarket. For the Kardashians, shopping like a normal person isn't an option. Their exorbitant fame has driven them out of supermarkets. Forever. Kim even wanted to rent out a grocery store for her birthday so she could shop like a normal person. A sad headline on so many levels.
I just want to go to Ralph's with my kid in the cart and go through every aisle with just like no one else. And I haven't been to a grocery store in years.
But this is more than just being nostalgic for the pre-fame days of unbothered shopping. We've all seen millions of restocking videos on TikTok. Pantry restocking, bedside table restocking, bathroom restocking, soapbox restocking, and so on. And it is kind of soothing to watch. The restock hashtag has more than 25 billion views. Monica Brady, aka Midwestern Mama 29, has 4.4 million followers, and so many restocking videos that she ran out of names to categorize them. Some of her TikToks are just called Random Restock. It's not just one of the lowest forms of ASMR. Being a self-appointed stock clerk is a dream, a trend, a widespread post-COVID phenomenon. Khloe Kardashian just brought it to its beige perfection. And it's not just the trend, it's a business. And I don't mean Midwestern Mama 29 getting brand deals. One of the most influential beneficiaries and popularizers of this trend is the Home Edit company. Home Edit was founded in 2015 by 2 friends, Clea Shearer and Joanna Teplin. They published some books on decluttering, but the company's most successful project is this.
The way to start to organize your pantry is to really try and map the layout first. So you want it to flow. You want breakfast to flow into dinner. You want snacks down low and accessible. Keep all your categories in their own designated zones.
That's right, we love a zone. It goes for every room in the house, but especially a pantry.
Get Organized with the Home Edit is a reality TV show that follows Clea and Joanna while they help clients declutter and organize their living spaces. The hosts provide tips, techniques, and design solutions for each case, but it almost always involves color coding and a variety of plastic containers. Their client list is kinda impressive. Eva Longoria, Drew Barrymore, Chris Pratt, and Khloe Kardashian.
I should marry them.
They have their own Walmart line, they do virtual consulting, tours, and they have thousands of fans. In 2022, Reese Witherspoon's Hello Sunshine company bought Home Edit for $900 million.
And for your spices, you want to make sure that they're organized right next to where you prep your food. For an extra pro tip, you can switch out your spice jars for matching coordinated ones.
And an extra pro tip is to rainbowify.
And an extra pro tip, you can label them. Woo!
Our previous decluttering queen, Mary Kondo, sold us the philosophy. The question, does it spark joy, was a deep one. Home Edit's philosophy seems to be everything sparks joy if you stock it right. Chapter 2. Profusion and the Package. Jean Baudrillard wrote, "There is something more in this piling high than the quantity of products. The manifest presence of surplus, the magical, definitive negation of scarcity, the maternal, luxurious sense of being already in the land of cockney. We find here the fervid hope that there should be not enough, but too much, and too much for everyone." And we all feel like that, don't we? Well, we certainly used to. We used to feel in control there, browsing through the magical land of plenty, dependable, consistent, a safe space, and impeccably organized excess. The famous quote from Don DeLillo's White Noise was very accurate until very recently. "Here we don't die, we shop."
We have a dilemma in society that we need to eat to live, but we also need to get that food. And that getting of food is now risky. And I'm going to help you reduce your risk as you go out into the marketplace.
Social distancing, masks, frantic stockpiling of essential products, tips for minimizing trips to the grocery store, tips on how to avoid COVID at the supermarket, tips on how to stay safe while shopping for essentials. The supermarket became a place for the brave. You had to put your life on the line for your children's cereal. The bliss was gone. Delivery services cannot replace what was taken from us. Kelly Pendergrast, in her Merchandising the Void essay, describes it perfectly. The glamour and vibe some branding company worked so hard to imbue is dulled by the cardboard and tape and shredded packing paper. How am I supposed to fetishize this wrinkled blouse torn only moments ago from a recalcitrant plastic pouch? I wanted to be a shopper, not a warehouse worker. So we took matters back into our own hands. We are now putting the commodities back to the containers, back to the well-lit shelves of the snack section, back to where you can see them all. We are bringing the supermarkets back to our life and into our homes. Chapter 3. A sense of replenishment. When one of his daughters points out that he doesn't need more servants, Shakespeare's King Lear says, "Oh, reason not the need. Our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. Man's life is cheap as beasts." And it's true. Humankind has always done this. We gathered more than we needed and splurged on things we couldn't afford. The indigenous peoples of North America held a ceremony called potlatch, during which they destroyed and gave away their riches, often more than they could afford. It was a sign of gratitude to the gods for the abundance bestowed upon them. I don't mean that Chloe is thanking the gods with her pantry, though maybe she should. She is simply sending the same old message. See how much I have. Chloe's pantry, Trump's 1,000 hamburgers, restocking TikToks, all this performative prodigality is not an irrational action. Affluence becomes affluence only when there is too much of everything, not just enough of everything. For a long time, grocery affluence was something we only saw at the store. 20 boxes of instant rice in a row were a sight unique to the supermarket shelves, unless you were a doomsday prepper. 7 years ago, I would have never imagined celebrities flexing their canned goods. This new dream, the modern housewife dream, the safe in-house shopping mall that you are merchandising with your own hands, expands the meaning of the word home. It's not the pantry, it is a snack section. The pandemic is over. It's time to go back to the shops. It's time for community, for small talks at the register, for unexpected meetings in the aisles, for checking out other people's shopping carts, and flirting with the cashier. It's time to romanticize the supermarkets. Bring them back to their former glory. Because I want my home to be a home, to be a place to live in, where I always run out of instant rice, and there is only one of each kind of sauce on the shelves.